This is day 7 of this experiment with 100 days of spending time in silence in the morning. And I feel like I don't have a lot to share. Yesterday ended up being a bit of a mess for me emotionally. I had to make a couple of errands related to my mom's end of life affairs, and one of those errands took me to a location. I didn't realize this was going to happen, but it took me just a couple doors down from where I had been taking her during this last month of her life for doctor appointments. And so it just triggered all kinds of things emotionally for me. The last time she'd been in the car with me, the last time we had listened to music together, which was in the car, the last time she had gone out with us to dinner, because we took her to dinner at a pub here in town after one of those appointments. So it was just a lot of memories flooded back. And so yesterday ended up being kind of hard for me. I got a lot of work done. I kept pushing through, and I'm not even sure that was the best thing to do. I took an accordion lesson over Zoom, and that was really helpful. And music is always therapeutic for me, and talking about music, writing music. So those were all good things that happened yesterday. And then I taught a lesson yesterday, but I just got to thinking, maybe I need to practice what I've written in I've got a 30-day journal I had published about a year and a half ago about processing through grief, which also makes me think I need to get it out and just go through the 30 days of writing each morning. But in a sense, this also feels to me like journaling and sharing what's on your mind. But in that journal, in one of the little stories, I suggest the value of leaning in to grief or whatever emotion you might be experiencing. I've heard an author share that, Hal Elrod, the author of The Miracle Morning, he talks about that concept of lean in for 5 minutes, allow it to be, or allow yourself to be with the grief. And that's what I need to practice. I haven't probably done that as well as I should. I feel like I have so much, I don't know, like this big ball of tears that is about to come pouring out. And this morning, in silence, there wasn't a whole lot that happened. I wasn't feeling grief really. My thoughts weren't too wild this morning at the start of the silence. So I did spend time practicing breathing. And a little bit later, I was going through the notes app in my phone, and I found some notes I had taken from one of the videos I've watched by Kyle Cease, where he suggests using phrases. I'm going to try to remember them for you. When grief shows up, or anger shows up, or any kind of a feeling like that, to recognize it. So kind of think of it as your inner child, and say, hello, I'm spending time with you right now. I hear you. Those kind of phrases, and I wish I could remember them more clearly. That's causing me to want to go back and study that more, because I need to use some of that. So instead of pushing it away, or in my case, instead of like holding it right here, which I don't know why I'm doing that, to let it, recognize it, and let it be free. Well, day 7 was kind of a difficult day of spending some time in silence. This is a roller coaster. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'll see you tomorrow for day 8.